You know, fun fact, I actually recorded this I actually started recording this game for the first Zelda marathon, but I only got as far as right here, and there were a couple reasons for this. The first was because I realized that the marathon would run a little too long at this point, with just with how late we started it in the year and whatnot. And the second, and the more specific reason, is because, Persona 5 came out, and it was the only thing I was doing for the next month.
Oh man, you beat that game in a month?
That's because I said it was the only thing he was doing.
My playtime was 135 hours.
I bought Persona 5 in 2017, and I played it for about 150, but I didn't beat it until winter of 2019.
Oh, jeez.
So,
yeah, I got it at launch, but I was so addicted to the game at the time that it was pretty much the only thing I was doing in my free time.
Hey, Evan.
Sounds immersive.
What's really funny though?
I told myself, this game is so long that I'm gonna pretend the end of this boss fight is the end of season 1, and I'm gonna take like a year off and come back for season 2 to re-hype myself. There's no freaking way I could finish that game in one playthrough.
So what's funny about the whole thing is that this Zelda marathon, once again, the third game we played that's being played for this marathon, Majora's Mask, I stopped that about halfway through, and that, like, I mean, just because, like, I was kind of getting burnt out on Zelda at the time is the main reason, but the thing that completely distracted me from it just entirely was, of all things, Joker coming out in Smash, so Persona 5 fucked over a second Zelda marathon. However, unlike that one, I actually finished recording Majora's Mask eventually, like, actually just a couple days ago.
So it took you, you had 150 hours on Persona 5?
That was Nolan, I had 135.
Oh, you had 135. And then it took you how long to do it, Evan?
About, like, the entirety of April 2017.
Okay. So that's 30 days. That means you spent an average of 4.5 hours per day.
Assuming that I played it every day, because you have to remember that there were days that I was off work and days that I was at work.
Well, that's still an average of 4.5 hours per day.
Okay, this room fucking sucks. I'm just gonna say that.
Mine was definitely in bursts.
You know what those guys look like?
Wait, so how long did it take you, Nolan?
Wait. We have quiet voice strained game.
Oh yeah,
Gabe,
please explain why you will not be talking
sorry,
at your
Gabe.
usual loud self today.
I got vocal nodes, and so, well, I had them. Well, I mean, okay. Well, yeah, I had them, and now I don't, but I'm still in the recovery process.
Yeah, so Gabe has vocal nerds, not nerd, node. Okay.
Yeah, node. But it's spelled like nodules, which is weird. Anyway, oddness aside, I have a feel of sneeze coming out. So...
I think what Gabe should do if he wants to really have something he wants to say, bless you, if he has something he wants to say and we're not hearing him, he should spam something in the chat so we can hear the notification.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea actually.
Spam the letter Q in chat.
Whatever you want, Gabe. You have creative freedom with this.
And before the comments start going off like, God, you made Gabe record under these conditions, Gabe is the one who said that he was cool with it.
I chose to be here, so you can kiss me on the mouth, idiots.
Mwah.
Anyway, you know the guys that you just killed that threw the shurikens or whatever, right? You know what they look like? The way their beak was kind of like oval shaped. You know those birds in that Pixar short?
Which one?
They're
the
like
one that was bundled with Monsters Inc.
They were all on like a telephone wire.
Yeah,
that's
the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Reminded me
yeah.
That is my observation. But as for Persona 5, that's also a good game. Haven't beat it, but it's a fun game.
Wait, you have a PS4?
Yeah, well, it's Aiden's technically, but you know, we share. I'm on fucking. Spoiler alert. Makoto just unlocked or awakened Zelda.
Oh, so you're actually not too far.
Yeah, her fucking motorcycle.
I still want to find out what the average hours per day Nolan played of the game compared to Evan. So
okay,
150, and then how long did it take you? A couple years?
The thing is, for me, is what happened is I played the first I want to say the first like 70 to maybe even 80 hours. I think after my first big burst of playthrough, I had about 85.
Oh, yeah.
So I played the first big chunk of that game within about 2 months of when I bought it, maybe a little longer. It may have. I think it was over a summer. It was summer 2017, and I played the whole summer and stopped at about 85 hours, and then didn't play the game literally from summer 2017 until fall term 2019, and I thought I'm gonna beat this damn thing. I forgot I even had it on my, and I'm gonna go back in and beat it, and I just devoted myself to it and played it. And
that's like 2.5 years, huh?
Yeah,
I usually start over at that point, but
well, you can still average it out, even though it's a huge gap.
It's like when you read half of like a book the size of something like a Game of Thrones or something. I'm not gonna restart because it's like 80 hours. I knew that if I restarted, I would never finish playing it.
That's a good point.
And that's why I think Persona 5 Royal looks fun, and I like the new character. I think I'm interested in what they're doing. I'm never gonna buy Royal. I'm never gonna play Royal. What am I gonna do? Go put another 150 hours into a game to see 10 hours of new cutscene?
Yeah, see, that's kind of how I feel about Royal as well.
Not for $60.
That's kind of how I feel about Royal as well. I'm not ready to pick. Like, I played the game when it came out, like all the way through, but I'm still not ready to give it another playthrough.
I will. I'll replay Persona 5 in like 20. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna be walking down some street in downtown New York City in 2044, and I'm gonna walk into a bookstore that happens to have a little side section for pawned games because GameStop shuttered its last breath in the mid 2030s, and there's no market for physical game stores anymore. But some people still sell them out of novelty, and I'm gonna see a beat up old copy of Persona 4, and I'm gonna tell my son or whatever that I played that on my old PS4, and he's buy a PS8 game, and that's when I'm gonna replay Persona 5, and that's it.
It's funny because you know it's going to be called PS8 and the logo's going to look exactly the same.
No. They're gonna. Okay, I take it back. They're gonna do up to a certain number, and then they're gonna call it the PlayStation, and it's gonna play all of them, and it's gonna be smaller than all of them too. It'll be smaller than the PlayStation Classic. But it'll play every generation 1 through 6. It's gonna be number 7. That's it. Because 7 is too many. Just like how Yakuza had 6 games, and now they rebooted it with a new. So.
Oh yeah. It's like they kind of reminds me of like what Xbox is at least attempting to do with Xbox Series X.
Well, you know why they called it the 360 when they did instead of like the Xbox 2? It's because the marketing department thought that if they had the PS3 to compete with and they had the Xbox 2, that the average consumer would see the higher number and assume that the higher number was the better value. And so they were like, well, we can't call our Xbox the Xbox 2. It's just never going to sell. So we're going to be the 360, and then we'll be in the money, you know?
I mean, to be fair, though, PS3 had its own problems that went against it at the beginning, but...
Yeah, but when I say average consumer, I'm talking to people who when you say new Super Mario Brothers, they look for the one on the shelf that has the word new in the title because Nintendo thought that through. People say that title's dumb, but that's just they're letting the grandmas and the moms know which one to pick up in the store.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. You know, I get Microsoft's logic with that, but part of me thinks the best option would be to do what Nintendo and Sega would do, or just the console had a different name entirely.
Or call it the Xbox 4 and refuse to explain. And then you get like the weird market of people who are obsessed with like avant-garde surrealism.
You mean like how Hideo Kojima originally wanted to name MGS2 Metal Gear Solid 3, and it would be like Roman numerals, where like the Roman numeral 3 is supposed to represent like the Twin Towers and the Empire State Building.
Oh, and you know the fan base would be like, oh, well, obviously Metal Gear Solid is the second game, and Metal Gear 1 and 2 form a compendium that are the first act of this 3-act structure. Oh, Kojima had this planned all along, guys. He knew about it from the beginning.
Kojima is a fucking madman.
He is.
I love him,
That's a
but still.
calculation for you all to care. So I calculated. I see while we're talking about gaming consoles, I have no clue about. I was calculating the average time per day that Nolan spent playing Persona 5, and over the course of 2.5 years, playing 150 hours total, that averages out to 9 minutes and 51.8 seconds per day of Persona 5.
Well, it was really more like 4 hours in one day, and then none the next 3. You know.
Right. That's how
When I got
averages
to-
work. An average of 9 minutes 51.8 seconds.
Oh no, I know. When I got to the Shindo boss, I remember starting the Shindo boss, and then my girlfriend leaving because she was like, she'd already beat the game, and she was like, I'm gonna come back later and watch cutscene with you. But she left, and she came back like 3.5 hours later, and I was doing the same phase
Oh my
the fight
god!
because I died. It took me like 4 tries to beat that. I was playing on hard mode. I played that game in hard mode.
Yeah.
It took
Oh
me like
yeah.
4
that'd
tries
do
to
it.
beat Shindo. And I don't know. Mild spoiler? It's not really a spoiler. You could intuit this. He has so many fucking phases. Like, it's anyways.
that
I
fight
hear
takes
the method
forever.
spam. It's probably Gabe saying stop talking about Persona 5.
No, because when you said my girlfriend left, I thought she left you because of
I played Persona 5 so much my girlfriend
That's
left
right.
me.
That's right. She was like, "You chose An Takamaki instead of Makoto. I'm out. I'm done."
Hey, that's what I did, dude. Hey,
I
man.
didn't mean to. It was an accident.
I
meant
didn't
to
date
choose
anybody in
Makoto,
that
and then
game.
An was like, "Will you date me?" And I felt bad, so I
No,
just
don't
said
worry.
yes.
Hey, you can have multiple women.
Yeah, you could date
No,
everyone
no,
and then
no, I
just
didn't
completely
do
get
that.
your ass kicked
Nope.
at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it.
I was torn between either her or Tate Takemi, but I went with.
No,
Yeah,
see, Joker can, in my opinion, Joker can only date someone who is also a Phantom Thief because nobody else will be able to fully understand him. You know?
That's why I don't
That's
understand.
what I think.
Everyone. That's why I don't understand everyone and their mama likes Kawakami. I don't know, man. This
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
get
and
me.
also it's creepy, man. She's a teacher. It's
That's,
creepy.
it is
That's
weird.
the best
yeah.
part.
Nope.
I love that line. It's
Joker's
so dumb.
already been to jail once. He's already been on parole. Don't put him there again. Actually, he wouldn't be in trouble. She would be, but
Okay,
Yeah.
what I just imagined was just like Joker just like wearing shades and just text that says like thug life.
Oh, like the "Hey Siri, call my girlfriend." Which
That
one?
wasn't what I was thinking of, but yeah, it works.
man, Joker in Smash though,
Yeah.
excellent.
He got a nerf final.
That was one of the best Game Awards moments, which is not saying much because the Game Awards are usually a bit of a trash
Nobody really
fire,
watches
but-
them outside of the possibility of announcements.
Oh, I do. I love the Game Awards, but I don't think that they're that good. I just watch them every year because they're. I love Jeff Keighley. I love that man.
Jeff
I
Keighley,
support him
what
to
a
the
fucking-
bitter
what
end.
a fucking guy.
He's
What
got a good
guy.
air
What
about
a
him.
guy.
I really just watch it for the announcements. And even then,
Yeah, I thought
Nintendo
it was
announced
like another
jack
dancing
shit
game or
this
something when they were
year.
showing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Persona 5 DDR. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, no, they had shown the dancing games earlier, Dancing Moon and Dancing Star, and
Yeah.
when the Game Awards ended with the Phantom Thieves coming back on, I thought it was going to be like either, you know, we'd finally find out what Persona 5 R was. Finally, is what I expected.
Yeah.
And so when he flipped the envelope over, I think I jumped out of my chair and screamed. I was so excited. I completely didn't expect it. And no Smash announcement has ever lived up to that. Before that, it was Bayonetta was the most exciting one for me because of the twist and how unexpected it was. But yeah, they really topped themselves.
That was
with Joker.
definitely the Smash announcement that caught me off guard the most. However, I didn't get to like.
Yep.
It's one of the few I didn't get to like witness like as it was being announced because I was standing in line waiting for my midnight release copy of Smash Ultimate.
Oh man, actually the Byleth announcement caught me pretty off guard in a bad way. I'm fine with it. I actually like Byleth as a character. It's fun to play. It's just not what I.
Yeah, I love how they gave Byleth Hatchet Man with super armor.
Oh, and it's just like you can just use it anytime. There's no
Oh,
restrictions. It's absurd.
I'm having so much fun with Violet. now.
That shit
What
blocked a
absurd.
Falcon Punch. Like,
what a piece of shit character. The recovery spikes. Oh my god, that's
that
so lame.
that move should not have super armor. That move with super armor is absolutely absurd.
I like the concept of Byleth using the opponent as the means of recovery.
Dude, it's off stage is so fun. It honestly, I feel I usually don't big dick as much off stage, but with Byleth, I don't know, man. Recently, I've just been turning it up. I usually
Byleth and the whatever the heck his name is, I don't know.
Who?
Richter.
Richter.
Simon and Richter. They both have the grapples for off
The
stage. Too. It's like, it
Belmonts,
reminded me of that. Yeah, the Belmonts. I almost said the Simon brothers.
The Simon Brothers.
Super
Simon.
Everyone's favorite Castlevania game, Super Simon Bros.
Hey, it's me.
It's like
Simon.
instead of having a fire flower, it's just holy water. You just throw it.
Yeah. That'd be good. What if there was a side-scrolling game on NES where you played as a Belmont? I'd play it.
I'd play it.
I'd play it.
I'd play it.
I'd
That'd
pirate
sell
it.
well. They should get on.
You know, it's weird, but I have this vague memory of us doing that on Smash Team Games once.
What?
Playing a 2D platformer on NES starring Simon Belmont.
I
That's
vaguely
crazy.
remember that.
I
I just love, by the way, I love that giant arrow on the floor in the previous room. It's really funny.
It just
hilarious.
it's the way to tell you to put a bomb there, but it does look pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny
Yeah, but,
because
like-
of how obvious it is. It's like this
Yeah.
giant arrow.
I guess this is the bomb dungeon, so they're like
It's called.
teach the player.
It's actually the key dungeon because there's so many locked rooms, and even if you look at the map, it's shaped like a key. See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Two little keys. One big key, one little key.
Mhm.
Anyway,
That
here's
was
what I
that
don't
cute.
like
Mommy
about.
and the baby.
Here's another example of what I don't like regarding this particular game's little swap out shit. You have to unequip the sword just so that you can do this dash jump here.
You
Wow.
know, you're at the airport and someone you know sees you and says, "Bomb man."
Oh, that's a vintage meme.
It is.
There's Big Arrow again.
Big
There he
Arrow.
is. Big Arrow.
Nightmare. This is the wrong game.
Is that Nightmare?
Is that true nightmare? God,
It's
disgusting.
me. Soul Calibur.
No. That's a different Link.
Oh, that nightmare voice fucking hurts.
Just remember that. Remember that time that Link was just in a Soul Calibur game.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 3 for the GameCube.
Thought it was 2.
Yeah, and then Garrett. It was two.
it 2? No,
Yeah, it was
it's
two.
like
It was two.
losing my
And
brain.
then Altair.
Yeah.
No, wait, it was Ezio.
Ezio was in Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah. And then it was Geralt, and there was Yoda and Darth Vader, and
And Soul Calibur 4.
Ezio-
who was in three?
Ezio has the
Calibur.
same voice actor as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Soul Calibur 6 has
It's Geralt.
Nier Automata.
I thought that Geralt was the one in 6.
Oh, well, there is Geralt and there's also 2B, but she's part of the
Oh, right.
downloadable pack.
When
Wait,
Kira
then
Buckland
who's the one
voices
who's
2
the
characters
one
in the game.
5?
Huh?
Who's the guest in 5 then?
The guest in 5 is Ezio.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's Link, and then I forget 3, and then it was the Star Wars characters, and then it was Ezio, and then it's Geralt and 2B.
Yeah.
I just can't remember 3. I gotta look it up. It's gonna kill me.
I know, isn't Spawn in one of the Soul Calibur games?
Like
Gross.
Marvel Spawn?
Yeah, well, yeah, Spawn.
Oh shit. Kratos was in Soul Calibur? Oh.
Yeah, I want to look this up too, actually.
Those little bomb dudes. Is that what they are? Yes, because they're taking down. They look kind of like jack-o'-lanterns when they start chasing after you. Watch, see?
Oh, here's something. Apparently, the PS2 version of 2 was originally supposed to have Cloud, but the deal was
Yeah.
canceled and he was replaced with Heihachi.
Oh,
So much lamer.
Hachi from Tekken. Oh.
Okay, so Soul Calibur 3 doesn't have an entry on... Oh, yeah, it does. KOS MOS, the main protagonist from Namco's Xenosaga,
Cosmos.
can be created with Create a Soul part. And then Dante was supposed to be in it, and he was not. So there was nobody interesting in Soul Calibur 3. Sorry, Xenogears fans. I mean, Xenosaga. Man, oof. I'm really blazing trails today.
That's one of those characters I see on, like, Smash Bros. Character requests, too, but I have no idea who they are.
Cosmos. Oh, it's an anime girl with big machine guns.
Yeah, she's got some big guns already. She's got some big guns.
Wow, fandom.com is trash. It's like shrinking the screen on mobile to do this blue border for an ad that surrounds you. It's claustrophobic.
God, just like wiki pages on mobile suck in general. They barely work. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 4 had the Star Wars characters. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny had Kratos.
Yeah.
5 had Ezio. Devil Jin from Tekken. And Bayonetta was considered, but was scrapped.
Wait, I just realized. Wait, okay. Did Yoshimitsu come from Tekken first or Soul Calibur first? Because I know he's in both.
I have no idea.
The thing is, with Tekken, you just really never know.
Yeah, I think Yoshimitsu was from Soul Calibur and then was put in Tekken. But I could be wrong. Because I know he was in there in Soul Calibur 4, 5, and in this one too.
Like, Tekken just has, like, so many characters that didn't originate from Tekken at this point.
Bears.
My favorite of which being Geese Howard.
Geese Howard, yes sir.
Geese!
I like Akuma. Akuma's fun. He's busted, but he's fun. Oh, you jumped
So it says Yoshimitsu's first appearance was
Tekken?
Oh, okay, so he was Tekken into Soul Calibur. Okay, so that's another guest character, I suppose.
I don't think we've been talking about this game the whole time.
But it also says on the sentence Wikipedia page, Yoshimitsu is a name used by several player characters in the Tekken and Soul Calibur series. So it doesn't really differentiate between the origin. It just says that the first appearance.
Yeah, the characteristic is that they all are weird, have a very strange fighting style, and a wooden hand, and they all retain that prosthetic hand things.
Oh shit, he's Sekiro. he's the wolf.
He is the wolf.
He's
White
John
hand
Sekiro.
White hand Dan.
I say I'm Dirty Dan.
Right hand Van Damme. So man, this dungeon, look at these guys.
So, I got lost in here, and not for any good reason, too. It's, because I failed to notice that there was a bombable wall.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that big arrow before.
Well, yeah, the big arrow. Big arrow.
Big arrow! Wow, it's coming out of that,
the big arrow on it.
Coming out of that bird.
Big arrow on his hip.
Yeah, that bird isn't getting that arrow. I wish birds were that helpful in real life. Instead, they just yell shit on things.
Maybe that's what that arrow's made out of.
Shit. It explains why it's white.
That would. It's more
Listen,
blue than anything,
Gabe,
but we can just pretend it's the shadow.
I know what you're thinking, alright? So, like, obviously, a bird, like, you'd rather a bird just, like, find, like, a nice bush or something to shit in, but personally, they prefer the air.
Okay.
They prefer wherever they are.
I prefer your mouth.
Okay, Falco, please, just... That was uncalled for.
I prefer your ass.
Oh my god.
Good stuff.
Falco is just... I love him.
He's a hero. Hands off my cock.
Oh, the best Smash play.
The taunt cancel.
Oh my
I can't remember if it was Keitaro. I think it was, but he was in like I think he was at Xanadu, which is a local. And he killed somebody with the hands off my cock. Because they ran in as he was taunting. Of course.
Nice.
You anim cancel it with a down smash, so he ran into the down smash. It was a big brain play.
Hey, Gabe, have you ever noticed that characters who need buffs never get buffs?
Yes.
Have you noticed that it always happens to Ganon and DDD?
Well, I mean, at least Sheik finally got buffed.
That's true. That's true. You're living for the day that Sheik becomes as good as she was in Melee.
Yeah. Then I'll be able to play her once again. That's a thwomp.
That's a red hot thwomp.
He's a very angry man.
Red hot thwomp.
With that candle.
Well, because they're normally made of stone, right? So this one might be... I was going to say it's molten, but it still has a shape, so it's contained and it's waiting to be released.
It's also not hot. You can touch it without feeling any pain.
Unless you're just as hot, so that's normal to you. Well, see, you made it cold.
Fuck that guy.
He is so shocked that you would do that to him.
I think he's actually
what
dead.
The fuck, man? I mean, would you do that to a guy on a bad day? I mean, I guess you did, but I wouldn't do that to you.
That's just the equivalent of running into some dude on the street and not apologizing. You're just there.
You know, it's like, even like pickpocketers have the decency to say, hey, watch where you're going.
Yeah. Remember, you can look through somebody's pocket, but as long as you start taking things, it's considered a crime in whatever hold you're in.
Oh, so yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. You can look, but you can't touch.
Was that meant to be a euphemism, or did you choose to make it a euphemism?
What?
That's for the audience to decide.
Oh!
Oh. Well, I saw this thing once that...
Wow, me too. It's okay, Gary, go.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Bring it back.
Wait, you left?
I left.
Alright, you can go now.
I can't stick on for too long. I was gonna say I saw this thing once where it said, is it a crime if you find somebody's hide-a-key, open their front door with it, walk into their house, look around, don't take anything, leave before anybody gets back, and close the door?
Neener, you can't find me, yeah. Something about a Zelda boss saying that is what really makes it sell this for me.
We're playing Puyo Puyo again, guys.
Oh.
No.
But Carrie, we didn't play Puyo Puyo, we played Monogatari.
Eyes.
We played Puyo Monogatari.
Speaking of which, another one of those games got translated the other day.
Well, we played, what was it? Mean Bean Machine.
Oh, no.
Pretty much the same thing. Inside Sonic.
We played the Stage 2 boss in Sonic Mania.
Yeah, so we played Mean Bean Machine.
Just fucking kicking his ass. You were just carving him up.
This
That's the thing, though. This doesn't kill him.
He is.
And what are you doing? Nothing's happening.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh.
He is just
That's some Nintendo tier, like, master class game design.
I'm gonna have to look through the Nintendo Power to see what to do with this shit. The fuck?
Mr. Eiji Aonuma, you made Breath of the Wild pretty dang good, but you topped that. It's the best it got. Oh, Evan, the shadow. The hitbox goes higher than the shadow.
The joke's on us.
Nintendo
Power doesn't exist anymore.
The joke's on you. It got replaced by... I don't have a joke for this far.
Gabe,
but
did you hear it?
You didn't think you'd get this far, did you?
Yeah,
no, I
heard it.
didn't. I thought someone would cut me off. I
I
thought
was gonna say someone was gonna interrupt you.
I thought, how long can I stutter through this before someone just puts the cane out and pulls?
You're still stuttering.
We were waiting with bated breath. We wanted to hear the joke. Ooh, music.
I was gonna say, Nolan, listen, I've been criminal of this before too, but Even if it's a bad joke, you gotta commit, man. You can't expect
Oh.
anyone else to talk.
It might be so bad
that's
it's funny.
Wait,
Exactly.
Gabe's a criminal? Alright, I'm calling 911.
Wait, no, please. Please,
But
I
they
already
don't have a
an
search
outst-
warrant.
I already have an
Officer, I can
outstanding-
explain.
Just
I
kidding.
already have an outstanding warrant of lollygagging.
Lollygagging.
Yeah.
The hell does that mean?
You know, just loitering. You're
Oh,
lollygagging.
okay. Okay.
Well,
Mm.
I don't think lollygagging is the legal term.
Oh, of course it isn't, but it is a term nonetheless.